If you're thinking about finally getting started on your dream yard, here are some design tips that you don't want to miss. So when it comes to your yard, timeless design is so important. We're at this stage now, especially with social media, where styles, especially in interior design, styles are cycling through so fast. You may have heard of grand millennial core, cottage core. There are so many different types and they become very popular and then they quickly move on to the next thing. So I'm gonna share some exterior design trends that are definitely worth paying attention to, and I'm also gonna share some tips on things to avoid to make sure your yard does not feel dated within a few years. The biggest trend that I've seen, and I find it so refreshing, is color. Now, what do I mean by color? Well, we have been living in a place where everything was neutral. We had millennial gray, where everything was gray tones for a while, and then we kind of expanded into black, white, and gray tones, and then now the beige is very popular. It could be 5 tones of beige within a project, but we are finally getting to a place where I'm starting to see color be incorporated into spaces. Now, what does that mean, color within a yard, for example? It could be something like this beautiful Zeliga tile, which actually originates from Morocco, and it comes in a full range of colors. This could be the cladding for this spa or on this Baja shelf, as you see here. So incorporating little bits of color, it doesn't have to be overwhelming, and it can definitely be an accent piece, but color is definitely and finally making a comeback in exterior design. So another trend in exterior design spaces, and something you can use in your own backyard, is wellness. So what does wellness means when it comes to your space? Well, that's kind of been a buzzword, and I know it means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, but wellness, for a lot of our clients, when they're requesting it, I would say the most requested is a cold plunge. So a cold plunge, and usually it's at the side of the jacuzzi, but something they can hop back and forth, whatever their routine may be. So a cold plunge that connects to their wellness routine is very popular. Also, outdoor sauna, usually that has a beautiful viewpoint. So when you're inside the sauna, you're looking at something really beautiful. But these elements of spa, all the things that go into wellness, into well-being, have become a lot more popular and are definitely a trend that we're seeing in our own design work. Another definite trend that I've been seeing are feature walls. Now, what is a feature wall? A feature wall can be anything that's a backdrop. It can be the backdrop of a barbecue and outdoor kitchen, or it can be simply the wall that's connected to a patio structure. But instead of it being a monolithic single piece, a few years ago it was very popular to have these really giant singular slabs of granite or single material where it was just that single slab. Now we're trying to create, with these feature walls, visual interest, whether it can be, we could still use a single material, but we're creating it, cutting it into portions with strips. As you can see in this project here, we even made, and this was actually one of my favorite features of this entire job, how all the walls behind the barbecue are set at an angle. And as you can see, this becomes one of the key focal points of this entire yard. And that's something that is a definite trend, is how can I actually make the yard be a beautiful presence in my yard, and something that I actually enjoy staring at. When's the last time you enjoyed staring at a wall? That's something that we're trying to create here at Foxterra Design, walls that you enjoy staring at, and a definite trend that you can incorporate into your yard. So if this video is bringing you value, we'd love if you drop a like and also subscribe. As you can see, only 10% of our viewers are subscribed, so that is the absolute best way to support us, and we absolutely appreciate it. So another definite trend that we are seeing is location inspiration. What do I mean by that? Well, we have so many clients come to us and say, I just got back from my trip where I went to Tulum, I went to Bali, I went to Santorini, and I want to recreate that in my yard in some way, in some level, so that I feel like I'm on vacation when I'm still at my own house. So a lot of our clients are really just getting inspired by these amazing locations, and those locations will inspire everything within the design, from the materials chosen, the textures, even the color of water of the pool. So location inspired choices are a huge trend right now, regardless of where you are, is make sure that you are designing for the space you actually live in. Now, if you happen to live in a place like California, Texas, or Florida, yes, you do have a wider range of the types of yards and styles you can choose because there's just a wide variety of even plants to support that. But if we're designing for a place in, let's say, North Carolina or Massachusetts, or we've even done one in Nebraska or in the Midwest, we want to make sure that we are staying true to the space that you're in, and the fact that would it be wise to try and create a tropical escape in Massachusetts? No, because those plants wouldn't survive. But could we create a woodland inspired timeless resort in that same space? Absolutely. So that's one thing to keep in mind, is that some of these ideas may not work for your space. So it's very important not to be married to a specific look depending on where you are, and understand that actually we can still create a beautiful space, but we do want to be true to the realities of whatever zone you may be in. So this final trend, and I have to say, out of everything I mentioned, this is absolutely my favorite. The final trend I'm going to mention is swings, and not just any kind of swings, daybed swings that are directly over water. So this trend is just swings over water, and we have quite a few examples of this because, like I said, this is something that works in any environment for any type of yard. And I have to say, I have had the pleasure of being able to relax in quite a few of these, and there is nothing like being suspended just a few inches above the water, especially if there's a water feature nearby, and you just feel so incredibly relaxed. There is something just so unique about being in a daybed swing, and specifically daybed swing, something that's comfortable where you could actually take a nap, where you're right on top of the water. There, honestly, to me, there's nothing more relaxing, more perfect. So this is absolutely my favorite trend at the moment. So I hope these design ideas inspired you as you're thinking about your future yard. Click the link in the description box below to book a free consultation to discuss your design today. We can't wait to create a yard you'll actually love and want to spend time in. And if you want even more inspiration for a yard, click here to watch this playlist of our most extreme before and afters.